What's going down? It's another pre-Cairo student connection with Mauricio Cardozo. Can you get us started, Mauricio, by just introducing yourself and sharing a little bit about where you're at in this process of potentially going to chiropractic school someday soon?
Yeah. Well, first I want to say thank you for having me on the show. It's truly an honor. I've been listening to the podcast for some time now, and it's been great, really great so far. So thank you very much for having me on. Yeah, I'm right now. I'm in the pre-Cairo stage, I guess. I'm still doing. I'm having to finish some prerequisite courses, and then I'll be going into the DC program next year. But I've been sort of in this chiropractic world for about a year now. And it's something that I am very excited for. But yeah, right now I'm in just like the prerequisite stage and trying to
Mm-hmm.
finish my like science courses and yeah, just like the prerequisite stage
Mm-hmm.
uh, right now.
What has you excited? What have you gotten exposure to that's got you feeling that this is the right path for you?
Yeah. So, well, to start off, I when I started school, I was an accounting student. I was going to become an accountant because I was told that's a good way to make money and it was a stable career. And obviously, like everyone needs an accountant, and numbers are pretty universal. So I'd find a job anywhere. But my main focus was just the money part, like the monetary compensation I would get from the job. So I started doing that, and I'd say about 6 months into it, I had this pain that started coming into my body. And remember one time, it was just one day where I was getting ready for work, and as I'm leaning over to get my clothes, I felt this tug on my leg, and it was the most physical pain I felt in my life. I'm pretty tolerant to pain, but at this point, I was like crying. I was so confused with the pain that I was feeling. Never did I feel this much pain, and I had to like drop to my bed. Um, at the time, I lived with roommates, and luckily one of them was home um, because I had to call like an ambulance, firefighters, and because I was living in Spain at the time, and the doors there are really heavy, so you can't just like break them in. It was a really weird scenario that I was in a matter of seconds. So I get taken to the hospital. They told me it was probably just muscle pain. I had some uh, like shots that they gave me for the pain, and that started a whole stage in my life where I was just like in pain, for most of the day. And sometimes it was worse, sometimes it was less, but it was still like a 8, 9 pain almost every day. And I was in school. I couldn't really like concentrate because I couldn't sit down for more than like 10 minutes. So I started thinking, well, what's going to happen with my life? Like, this pain isn't going away. So I go see a neurosurgeon. I had seen my doctor first, got an MRI, did all that, and they saw I had some bulging discs in my lower back. And this was like 6 months in, and they recommended back surgery, and I was about 25 at the time. So I thought to myself, I can't get back surgery right now. I can't afford it. Like I can't afford not only like the surgery itself, but the recovery time, and it was just like it was really big surgery. Um, and they told me there's a 65, 75% chance that you'll feel the same or worse. So I pretty much said, okay, I'm gonna go see a chiropractor first. And they were like strongly advised. not to go see a chiropractor. But I said I have nothing to lose. I'm in this much pain. I can't really like. I have no other option right now. So I went to go see his chiropractor. He's Dr. Gregory Johnson. He's in Houston. So I was in Massachusetts because I'm originally from Massachusetts. Um, so I went to see him because I had. It was funny because I had seen him months before my pain was ever present in my life. And when I got this pain, he was the one that I remembered because I had seen him on YouTube. So I went out to Houston for a week and had two adjustments per day for about 3 days. And about a week after that, my pain was completely gone. And I was able to walk again. I was able to sleep again. I was able to drive again without pain. I was able to sit down without pain. I was able to do everything without pain. And that was when I said, wow, this is real. Like, I was a bit skeptical of chiropractic before just because, I never had experienced it before. Um, and that moment was like, this is life changing for me. This, yeah, this is real. Like, this has directly impacted my life, and I want to be able to do the same for others. Um,
Hmm.
so
How
that's
long
sort
ago
of
was
how,
that, and what's it like now to be a pre-Cairo student? How supported do you feel by the resources available to you online? Like, what's your sort of parallel path besides just finishing the prerequisites and getting ready for chiropractic school? What other types of things are you doing to get ready?
yeah. So that was about 3 years ago. This was in like 2017, 2018. Yeah, that was about 3 years ago. And I didn't really start right then because I had to finish my accounting studies. There was a certificate that I got that I said, no, I'm just gonna finish this just to have. And about 6 months after my adjustment was when I started looking for schools, and I had no idea about chiropractic schools. I didn't know, um, you know, anything. I don't think there is any in Massachusetts where I'm from. But then I became aware of the difference in the schools. People that I talked to that were like, go to this one, don't go to that one. So I found myself having to do more research on why people recommended certain schools and why people didn't recommend other schools. But then I found out that, the school itself maybe doesn't really matter. It's all about what you put into it and the people that you meet, the attitude that you have, the intention that you have. Um, but yeah, I started getting to this whole world of schools, of people, of chiropractors, and became more familiar with how that process all works. I started doing some courses just to, get a little bit ahead into the whole process. And
What
yeah,
are some
there's
what are some questions that you're asking of yourself? Like, what's kind of what's kind of on your mind these days? What, you've watched some of the podcasts. What's it brought up for you, or what have you learned from it? Or can you just kind of give some thoughts, and maybe even ask some questions, or uh, just get some clarity for me on like what it's done for you in regards to just preparing you for what's to come.
yeah. Well, with the channel itself, I've witnessed so much wealth of knowledge with not only other pre-chiro students, with chiropractic students, with chiropractors throughout the world. The most recent video that I saw was, I think it was a Sherman College president and also the president in the New Zealand College, which was also a school that I had considered. But the amount of knowledge and the stories that they told regarding their personal life, stories that I could relate to, just the impact chiropractic is having in the world, and how that's just only going to increase, how the resources that are available to other people are just becoming more widely available. Uh, Listening to the podcast, I've been able to just witness stories of people around the world, here in the US and around the world. And it's been just like, I can't compare. Sometimes I'm watching the videos and I have to like pause it, meditate on it, and come back to it because it's so powerful what people say and what people share. Um, Another video that impacted me was, I think, I don't remember exactly which school this person was talking about, but that he had developed some sort of cancer, and that with certain adjustments in his body, I think they had told him he was going to live for not much time, and then he's here, and
That was Dr. Gilles Lamarche from Life University,
yeah,
Director of Institutional Advancement.
yeah, that video was really emotional because it's amazing, and to be a part of of this is more than me. It's more than I don't know. It's just more than anything I could ever imagine. So yeah, mainly it's been just a wealth of knowledge that I've been getting from this channel alone. Obviously, I've met people too, and uh, that has also impacted my life and my view of chiropractic.
Mhm.
But yeah, just that knowledge of wealth of knowledge that I've been getting, it's incomparable so far.
What are some other episodes that you can reflect on, or what are some things that you've learned from some of the conversations that you've listened to?
Yeah. Another great video that I watched was, and I don't remember his name, but he's a chiropractor in Spain. Um, it's, I think he was in Mallorca or something like that. I don't remember. It was fairly recent, but this chiropractor also impacted me because he was so raw in his with his story and his experience that also was like, wow, I want to like be who you are, right? And but I also have to learn what he did too, right? Like many times we want to do what other people do, but we also have to do what those people did too, to get there. And just his story too, his ability to explain chiropractic without all the like extra stuff that people want to add to it. Just so very raw. Um,
Hmm.
that was
I
very
think that was Dr. Mark Hudson, who the founder of Chiro Europe, and
yes,
yeah, that was a deep interview.
yeah, that was one of my favorites. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
What are there any recommendations that you're looking for after hearing these people speak and kind of getting some insights into their path or their trajectory? Does it bring up questions for you, or does it have you leaving with sort of more questions, or is it more confidence in this path?
well, I guess naturally I have questions just because I'm just starting. I'm I'm only in the very beginning stages of my studies. Um, I guess since I'm more inclined to, well, I don't know yet, but I'd be more inclined to um, taking chiropractic to places where it's not as known, places like South America, where my family's from, uh, places like Europe, where it seems like there's this like revolution going on, and people that are so passionate that are there. Um, of course, I have questions, just like how certain processes work, how you set up, like how to work in those places, how to network with other chiropractors how to set up a business model just because it's so different from the US. I guess those are just natural and technical, practical questions that I have. But of course, after hearing the experiences of people in the US too, like I have more confidence in that this is the path where I'm supposed to be in. Right now, I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. And like, yes, I have questions and some doubts, but not in regard to my career, but and how certain, I guess, processes work. But I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be, and
Hmm.
that gives me a lot of peace knowing that.
That's awesome. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's great. Sounds like you're changing careers almost in a way. Like you've already started a different career and you're changing careers. And um, can you just speak to like why you've decided to change careers? Like why you're not following the direction that you had initially decided on? I know you said initially it was because of the money, and then it was less about the money as you got older and you had this experience that
yeah,
challenged you to your core. But um, what's it feel like to change careers right now? I guess is a better question.
yeah. Well, after I finished accounting, I pretty much never went back to it. I totally disengaged with that career. I like for me, chiropractic is everything now. It's what I think about for the most part of my day, um, in terms of like the now, the chiropractic school, the future, what that looks like. I I did start massage therapy school last year here in California, and um, it's just intensified my passion for chiropractic. Just because um, being in this whole holistic mindset, it's helped me know that there are alternatives to feeling better than just traditional medicine. And I've already felt better with massage therapy. I've seen people feel better with massage therapy. About uh, last year in September, I went to go visit family, and this was already a few months into massage therapy school. And I was able to give my parents a massage, and it was sort of their first time ever getting a massage before. And also my other siblings back home. And after I finished giving them a massage, they were um, they really couldn't explain how well they were feeling. They were lifting their arms up. They're like, oh, I can move my arms again. I can bend over without much issue. And for me, that was a moment where, of course, we have to make a living, right? People make a living. Um, but it was that moment for me where I realized there's there's no money in the world that could make you feel what that makes you feel. Knowing that, in this case, a parent, but um, she was feeling really good after. And knowing that with my hands, I was able to make her, you know, feel good and relieved from pain was was tremendous for me. My sister as well, I remember she was even telling me like 2 days after, I still feel really good. Like my legs, I don't know what you do with my legs. Like my feet feel so light. I feel so light right now.
Hmm.
So that's when I realized, this is not for the money, even though you can make a pretty good living, but it's like I said, it's beyond that. It's being able to help people, just like I was helped too, because when you have pain, when you come across chronic pain, it starts affecting even your mental health. It starts affecting so many areas of your life that when that pain is gone, it's it's more than just being able to walk. It's more than being able to just go through your day normal. It changes things inside of you that you don't want that to ever go away. Um, and for me, it's been that way. It's experiences that have marked my life where I can't just depart from that and be like, oh, that happened, and I'm gonna leave it right there. It's um, it's something that I'm gonna always be carrying with me, and ultimately, I do this because obviously I want to be a better person, but be a tool for people um, to feel better. Have my hands be used for people to feel better, and yeah, that's my purpose right now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I wish you the best. I'm sure you can make the right decision for yourself. There's a lot to explore on the channel, a lot to explore within the program we're creating for pre-chiropractic students, and I'd love to share some of that with you to get your feedback on it, but also just to support you on your path, because that's really what this whole project is designed for. Because I believe that you'll get so much more out of chiropractic school if you go through this program we've created. If you really take the time, it takes a lot of time, and it sounds like you're still some ways away from day one of chiropractic school, so you got some
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah, it's even though I'm still a little bit you know, I have a ways to start chiropractic school. I one of the things that I'm noticing is it's never too early to get involved um, in in chiropractic. You know, whether it be podcasts like this one, just talking to other chiropractors, to other students. There's plenty of resources online that have just made me more passionate than ever. And I really can't wait to start school. It's going to be even more life changing.
Awesome. All right, thank you so much, man. We'll be in touch.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.